Hey, happy Friday. I am Goddess Cree. I am back with another divine message. And the angel number today is angel number 8. This is the infinity sign. This is self-confidence, the ability to lead and bringing deserved results, transforming your challenges into opportunities. You have the authority. This is a cosmic balance. This is a symbol of abundance, the internal infinity sign with a balanced connection with the universe. So this will be continuous, equal give and take with the universe. Number 8 is abundance. So I'm going to start off by saying I am thankful for the increase today, for the abundance. All right, so let's see what the message is. We're going to do something a little different before I could shuffle. We got one card out. We're going to check the energy and see what the message is for this Friday. What is the message? What is the message? What does collective need to know? What is the message? What does collective need to know? What is the message? What do they need to know? What is the message? What does collective need to know? What is the message? What does collective need to know? All right, so Spirit, reveal the message for collective. Okay, first card out is love, true feelings. Next card is by the book. Tarot says, ooh, a sudden change. There's a tower. Then we have reflecting, shadow work. Changing life situations. It will be worth the effort. Angel message. Mother, Father. Staying connected to the Most High Source. Mother, Father, God. Okay. Okay. So, collective. Someone has some true feelings for you, and it looks like things have to be done by the book. So, there is a tower here, which means that there was a sudden change. This could have been challenging. This could be a fear of change. But the reflecting card came out, which is shadow work. And you know that shadow work is what we don't talk about. That's your deep, dark secrets. That's your shadow work. That has a lot to do with your personality. If you're not truly authentic, you have to embrace your shadow work. So somebody needs to do some soul searching, deep introspection, evaluation, hermit energy. So this is a void period. So the hermit energy pulls away from everything. You're blocked out from everything. You're blocked out from people, from distractions. And then we have worth the effort. So this says embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, knowing your dedication will lead to rewarding discoveries. So it says it will be worth the effort. Okay. And then the angel message says you need to connect with Mother, Father, God. So I'm not really picking up on this is collective energy. I'm picking up on this is someone that was in your energy, or this could be past energy. This could be someone struggling with you're not being there. So, like I said, I don't think this is collective energy. This is someone possibly from your past or someone you've moved on from. So if you notice that the love has a 12, which breaks down to a 3, which is divine. And then we have, by the book, has 11, which is also a divine number. Okay? This is, so remember that, God don't bless no mess. Divine is not going to put you in a situation where you're going to be mistreated. All things have to line up for relationships to be balanced. That's mentally, that's physically, that's financially, that is spiritually. That person has to be balanced and happy with themselves before they can make anyone else happy. And that's something I learned over the years. Hard lessons. There's things you have to realize about people. No one has the heart that you have. And if you're empathic, then you know what I'm talking about. Empathic people, we pick up on everything. Sometimes we think it's a curse, and sometimes, we think it's a blessing. But unfortunately, when you're empathic, you pick up on everything. And we want to help people almost to our detriment. We want to help people because we love and we care about them. But we have to sometimes realize that when you do that, not everyone is going to treat you the same way you treat them. Not everyone is going to have the heart that you have. So it looks like someone may be having, going through some things. Someone is noticing that there is love and it has to be done by the book. Okay? No games, no foolery. And there is a definite change somewhere. And it may have to do with this person fearing change, which is the sudden change. They're fearing the change, but you sometimes you'll have towers that will make you go through a change regardless. You're going to be forced to go through change. There's nothing, you can't stop it. Sometimes, especially when the divine steps in, especially when God says, when God pulls your coat tail and say, hey, no more, and sometimes you can't move forward, and sometimes you have no choice but to address your shadow, because if you don't address your shadow, Spirit will set it up to where you'll be constantly haunted about things that you've done in the past, about things you said, and so on and so on. So this is saying that it will be worth it, and that person will have to connect with Mother, Father, God. So, like I said, I think this is someone else's energy. I'm not sure if this is going to be collective. There is a possibility it could be. Okay? All right, so let's see. Anything else? Okay, so whatever happens with this situation, there's going to be reciprocity. Equal give and take with the number 3, which is divine. Okay, and that is under love. All right, so what else? And I'm just mixing it up today. Just want to see what messages come out. Right. What else does collective need to know? Let's see. imagination. So when that imagination card comes out, that's what I always think about. The magician. Remember, we all have the power to create, every minute, every second of our lives. And when I realized that, my life changed. You got to be careful about what you say about yourself, even in a joking way. You got to be careful just what you say, period, especially when it comes to others. I mean, as far as being judgmental or passing judgment or giving your opinion on things, sometimes you need to keep your opinion to yourself. I mean, everyone doesn't have to know your opinion, but right now we're living in an era where people will jump on the bandwagon, don't know the full story, and give their opinion like it's nothing. And sometimes your opinion can attack others. So Spirit says, continue to use your imagination. You have the magic power, okay, to create anything that you want. But with that, you still have to make action towards what you speak, towards what you're working on. That has to be action as well as a mindset. So Spirit is saying that this person will have to use their imagination. Also addressing their shadow work. Okay? All right, so let's see. I want to make sure the deck was upright. What else does collective need to know? All right. Let's see. Wow. And this is the World card. So, of course, I need to take time and go through these cards and put some clothes on my girl. But this is the World card, okay? So, this is confirmation of a completion. This is, and 21 is on this card, okay? The number 21 is on this card. So, 21 breaks down to a 3. So, there's another 3 that is divine order, okay? So, 333 could be significant for someone. Wow. 333 could be significant for someone, and that's divine order. Most definitely. So the World card is success and achievement. This is accomplishment and victory. This is a fulfillment. So whatever this person is going through, whether this is collective, whether this is a cross watcher, whoever it is, because remember, we're all stars. So all the stars in the sky don't shine at the same brightness. So regardless of the velocity of their brightness, they're still a star. So that's why I always address that to, everyone's a star. Okay? You're not the star, you're a star, regardless of your shine. So whatever this person is going through, it looks like they're going to do the work, So it looks like there's going to be fulfillment. And this is after that sudden change, after that fear of change, after that shadow work is done. And when they realize the work was worth the effort, and then they connect with Mother, Father, God, the abundance will flow. So that goes with angel number 8 today. So angel number 8, once it turns on this side, it is the infinity sign, which is you connecting with the universe. You are connecting the material world and the spiritual world, the physical world that you're in with the spiritual world. And this activates your imagination. This, you become the magician. Okay? So that's why this is so important here. And if you notice, she's connected. She is connected. Her arm is extended, and she's connected with Mother, Father, God, with the Creator, with the Almighty Most High. Okay? So, yes, this is what's going to happen once you realize that you have the power and after you do the shadow work. Okay? All right, so let's see. What else does collective need to know? What else? Clarify some more for the collective. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, I didn't believe that this was collective's energy. So this says watching and spying. So you have someone watching. They're gathering information. Someone's trying to figure you out. They're keeping tabs. So someone is watching the collective. Someone is watching you. Okay? So like I said, I did not think this was collective's energy. This could be because, you know, we're all on different timelines. But this is an indicator that someone is confirmation. Just got a notification that someone is definitely watching. Okay? Definitely watching. Okay? What's the next message? What else does collective need to know? Wow. So this says stay open to receive. Okay? So stay open to receive. This says invite abundance with open arms. Embrace the blessing waiting to flow into your life. So now, so this could be someone possibly coming back into your energy. And this is what that person is actually going through. The reason why, you know, things went stale, I'm hearing, is because of the fear of change. And when it comes to your shadow, when it comes to those things that you don't talk about, that hardcore things that you hide from people, that's scary. That's, you know, that's really hard to face what's wrong with you, okay? And to better yourself so that you can live in a more happier environment. So yeah, Spirit is saying stay open. Stay open to receive. Let's see. Do the angels have anything else to say? What's the message from the angels? Let's see here. Oh, clear, cancel, and release. So, confirmation of staying open to receive. Wow. So the angels are saying you need to stay connected to Mother, Father, God, and any negativity that you're holding on, any strife, any grudges. You know, when you forgive people, it is not for them. It is for you and your growth. Period. It is not for anybody else. It is for you and your growth. You forgive other people. You got to forgive your parents. You got to forgive your cousin. You got to forgive your friend that mistreated you, that stepped out on money that they borrowed. You have to forgive these people, and you have to forgive yourself. So the angels are saying clear, cancel, and release. Okay. I also heard clear, cancel, and delete. You know, I'm always on the computer, so for some reason, I got that clear, cancel, and delete. But Spirit says clear, cancel, and release. Okay? Now, if you need to delete people, you know, we're not letting people back in that physically put their hands on us and, you know, that made you, you know, feel like that your life was in stake. We're not talking about those people. Okay? But let's see. Okay, so this says gift, a precious offering. So Spirit has a gift here. Okay, so that's confirmation for open and stay open to receive. So this is a gift, a precious offering. So something is definitely coming in, collective. Something is definitely working behind the scenes that we don't know about. Is definitely working. And 7 plus 4 is that 11? It is 11. So we have 11 on the board here. So by the book is also an 11. Okay, so we definitely have some divine numbers out here. Definitely some divine numbers. Okay, so Spirit has a gift coming in. It is, we have reciprocity above that, and we also have love. So there are some true feelings. There will be giving and receiving, giving help, receiving help, and there is a gift of precious offering. All right, so this seems like a pretty good read. Okay, and look at here. We got TikTok, and with TikTok, there is a timing on things. So this could be divine timing. This could definitely be divine timing. So there is timing involved here. And that's way too many. Just want one card at a time. So let's see. Any other messages for the collective? We have by the book and imagine. We are the magician. Stay open to receive. This will be worth the effort. Do your shadow work. Someone's trying to figure you out. They're trying to gather info. Collective, you continue doing what you're doing. You continue working on you. Okay? Let's see. Wow. High Priestess. High Priestess. So, High Priestess is very intuitive. She knows the mysteries of hidden feelings and spirituality. So, this is the moon. This is water energy here. So far, we have our planets on the board. We have Mars, which is the fire energy for the tower. We have Saturn, which is earth for the world, which is grounding energy. And then we have the moon for the water energy. So, wow. Okay. So there's definite movement. There is movement here with the tower. And I believe this was a forced movement. So this was movement with the fire. Fire moves. And if you don't watch it, it'll burn things down. So with the Saturn here and Earth, there's some grounding energy. Even though there's a rapid movement, you have no choice but to move and go into this shadow work, into this hermit energy. You know, like I said, it will be worth it. Spirit says it will be worth it. But also, why it will be worth it, we have the world. We have success and accomplishment. And not only that, someone has the High Priestess power. Okay? Someone has the High Priestess power. So, collective, you may know exactly who this is. You may know exactly who this is. Okay? So remember, she can see beyond the moon energy. Wow. And Spirit says that is the truth with clarity. My cards don't lie. Heightened intuition, seeing things. This is confirmation for the High Priestess energy all day long. Spirit says this is the truth. This is the truth. Okay. All right. So let's see. What else does collective need to know? So collective, you know who this is. You know who we're talking about. Cross watcher, you know. Somebody knows every single detail. Okay. Let's see. What else? Flames of passion. Okay, so what did I just say about that fire? It says, let the flames of your passion light your way, but be mindful of the fires they may ignite your journey. What did I just say about the tower, which is the fire energy, which is Mars? Didn't I just say fire is action, fire is movement, and if you don't watch it, it'll burn things down? Okay, I know I said that. Okay, so that is confirmation. And let's see. Wow. Look at that. And that's why I really like showing my cards on camera now. this says compromise. So the angels have messages for you. So far we got, composure. Not compromise, but composure. So I said compromise. So maybe Spirit is telling me you need to compromise and keep your composure. Wow. So Spirit's saying keep your composure. Wow. So there is a tower here. There is a forced change. And someone has to go and address their shadow. And this is by the book. And love is the first card out. And I'm hearing that song, one of my favorite songs, What Would You Do for Love? By Bobby. It's an old jam. Came out in the 70s. Bobby somebody. But anyway, the things we do for love. Okay? But sometimes you don't have a choice. It's when divine steps in, you don't have a choice. So God will sit you down. Divine will say it's time for you to have several seats, and you don't have a choice but to sit. Okay? All right. So basically, today is abundance. We want to thank the spirits and angels and ancestors for the abundance today, the increase. And this message is basically about someone that has true feelings. They're doing things by the book. There was a forced tower, something that they had to go through and to address their shadow work. They're realizing that this is worth the effort, and they have no choice but to connect with Mother, Father, God. And this is going to bring in reciprocity, and your imagination is going to get strong. You're going to start tapping into your manifestation powers, your magician powers, and you're going to complete that cycle of the tower that you're going through, and accomplishments and achievements are going to start flourishing in. There will be fulfillment and a sense of wholeness and unity. Someone's watching. Okay, and someone's trying to figure things out, but Spirit is saying remain open, and things that you need to clear, cancel, and release or delete, please do so, because Spirit has a precious offering for you, and time is in the essence. Time is ticking, so everything happens in divine timing, okay? But you want to make sure that you are in position to receive. Because if you're not in position to receive, something may be missed, okay? So High Priestess energy is here. This is a confirmation that somebody knows everything. And somebody can see everything. Okay? All right. Can see the mysteries, can see the illusions, can see the lies, can see the feelings that are being hidden. Telling you that High Priestess energy, she's a bad mama jamma. And next card that came out in a whole different deck was confirmation for the High Priestess energy, clarity and truth. This says heightened intuition and seeing things. My cards don't lie. Come through cards, come through spirit, and stay passionate, but don't let those flames burn things up. Stay mindful, okay? Stay mindful about your journey. And Spirit says continue or keep your composure. Continue to keep your composure. And I also said compromise. So evidently Spirit wants somebody to compromise. Okay. Let's check these signs. Love the beautiful message of a powerful change. Someone is addressing their shadow, which is so hard to do. Wow. I've been there. It's so hard to do. This may resonate with a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Pisces, a Sagittarius, a Libra, and an Aries. Happy birthday, Aries babies. So if this is not one of your signs, this is possibly in your birth chart and one of your placements. So once again, I am Goddess Cree, and this was definitely a divine message. Please click that like, subscribe. Let me know if this resonates with you. Please share with someone that may need to see this message. You all have an awesome Friday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love, peace, and light. Bye.